2020 and a new Quinnipiac University poll called Trump's worst 2020 poll yet by the Washington Post. Among the findings, a surge in voters souring on the economy. For the first time since June 2016, more are saying the economy is getting worse at 37% than getting better. That is up 14% since June. Joining me now is Democratic strategist Antoine Seawright, former senior advisor to Hillary Clinton's campaign in South Carolina, and attorney and conservative radio talk show host Chandelle Summer. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Chandelle, how concerned should the president be about these numbers on the economy?
He doesn't need to be too concerned. This is simply a snapshot of public opinion at any given time. Given what's going on with China right now and all of the negative publicity that he's getting about the tariffs and the fact that it's going to affect the economy, it's not surprising to see the polls reflecting that.
But we know, based on the numbers and the cold, hard facts, that the U.S. consumer is going to bear the brunt of any tariffs that end up actually going into effect. Antoine, do you think the Democrats see an opportunity here in terms of a weakening economy? It's a double-edged sword, right? It may work into their advantage for the campaign, but it's not good for Americans if the economy goes south.
Well, my leader, the majority whip of the U.S. Congress, Jim Clyburn, always says to me the #1 rule in politics is knowing how to count. And when you look at the pure numbers, and as relates to this economy and what voters think, we will know that voters have zero confidence in this president, and their confidence in this economy is just not high at all. The fact of the matter is the middle class is slowly becoming the working poor in this country, all because of how Donald Trump has chosen to govern this country. And when you think about the issues, the border issues that impact the economy, health care, education, wages, all the quality of life things, look, the American people know Republicans have failed on this regard. This economy has worked for some, but it has failed for others, and those others include people who have come out and voted for Donald Trump in 2016, especially farmers.
Now, Chandelle, the poll also found that the 5 leading 2020 Democrats all beat President Trump in matchups head-to-head by at least 9 points. Joe Biden, in his case, he beats Trump by 16 points. So how big of a warning sign or a red flag is this for President Trump? I know it's really early, but what do these numbers really say to you?
Well, the polls in 2016 were accurate as well, but Hillary Clinton didn't win the election. The nuances in the Electoral College make the polling somewhat irrelevant. Right now, we have a president who's facing many challenges, and the most important one is the China trade wars. You've got a situation where Donald Trump understands the concept of short-term pain for long-term gain. He is taking on the Chinese, and he is for the first president to stand up to the Chinese and say that we're not going to put up with these unfair trade practices. They have stolen our technology. They have used our institutions, our universities to educate their people. They have insisted on technology being divulged to them. And we have a trade deficit that is so imbalanced that our American factories will be out of a job, out of work, if we don't do something about it now. So good for him for standing up to the
Chandelle. Chandelle, here's the thing. That short-term pain that you talk about, there are people who cannot afford or do not want to take that pain because that pain has been caused by Donald Trump, not by any fault of their own. That's #1. And #2, when I look at the slate of candidates we have, I am very confident that either one of them can not only beat Donald Trump, but help us secure governor's races and protect the most diverse majority in our nation's history and winning back Senate seats. And the fact is, people know that Donald Trump and his Republican counterparts have failed the American people on the issues that the majority of the Americans care about. And that's why this election is different. The 2016 election, Donald Trump did not have a record to run on. In 2018, he did. In 2020, he will have to stand tall and stand firm on his failures.
All right, Antoine Seawright, Chandelle Summer, we're all going to be seeing what actually happens with tariffs. We know the president likes to pull an 11th hour switch up oftentimes on these things, so we'll be keeping track for tomorrow. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.